Welcome back, everybody, to the continuation of our Let's Play of Space Exploration and Krastorio 2. So, I have been busy a while. I've been probably playing for like an hour or two off camera, mostly doing outposting. We got now a stone outpost all the way over here. It's a very basic stone outpost. There's nothing special about this. We got a copper outpost over here. It's a very basic copper outpost that still needs some power poles, it seems. There's nothing special about it. And a basic oil outpost. The same. I didn't even put defenses around this one because as I was looking at how the whole thing over here was set up, I'm pretty sure that I will probably at some point in time pull a wall in over here, pull a wall in over there, and pull some walls in over there so that we can have this whole area over here under our control because we are going to be making something big today. Or at least we're going to planning to making something big today. I'm not quite sure how big it will be, but it will probably be as big as the previous time we built it. We are going to go for a biofuel power plant because that's probably something that we're going to need. Power at the moment is low, but the main reason for that is because most of the base is asleep because nothing is being consumed, nothing is being done. Probably once we start up research again, let's just start researching combat rockets because I do want the stronger explosives over here. We will probably see that power will be starting to go up again, and we've already seen in the past that we have a high power draw at certain points in time. So let's have a look at the things we want to make. Our big target is going to be biofuel. We make biofuel out of biomethanol and normal fuel. And let's have a look at biomethanol first. Biomethanol is over here. We can make 120 biomethanol out of 5 wood, 60 oxygen, and 120 steam. If we put down 20 of these machines, we are going to make 120 biomethanol. I'm not quite sure how many we made last time around, but I think that is a good number to do. We're just going to make 120 biomethanol. We are going to probably only use about 100 of it, maybe less, because the recipe over here goes in batches of 50. So we will definitely have some kind of unsharpness in there, unless we go ludicrously big. But I do not want to go ludicrously big. We only need something that keeps us going for now, until we then later on switch over to another kind of power source. Also, keep in mind, this build will be completely ignoring any kind of production modules or speed modules, because I don't think it's a good idea to put those in your power plant. We could maybe go with energy efficiency modules, but I would rather just not do that. Good! So, let's have some calculations then. So, if we are going to be producing 120 biomethanol, we would need to produce 5 wood per second. 5 wood per second, that is a thing we can do over here with the greenhouse. We make 40 wood every 60. That means we make 4 wood every 6. That means we make 0.66666666 wood every second. If we divide 5 by 0.66666, we get 7.5. So we need 8 of these machines to make the wood that we need to make the biomethanol. The oxygen, we can either use the oxygen or the atmospheric condenser, or maybe even the water separation over here, because we do need hydrogen to process or to make fuel over here. Now, the main amount of fuel we're going to make out of light oil, but you know how oil cracking is. We always get some kind of petroleum gas out of it as well. And we need to process it as well, else we just sit on it, and that is going to also go into fuel over here. So then the question is, how much do we need to build to make enough fuel to make 12 fuel per second? For 12 fuel per second, we are going to need. Wait, is that correct? 12 fuel per second? Yeah, 12 fuel per second. Okay, we make here 1 fuel per second. Okay, let's maybe start over here then. We would need 10 of these machines. Actually, a little bit more than that. We would need 12 of these machines to make 12 fuel per second, because we will need 12 fuel per second over here. We also make fuel over here. That will be maybe on top, but let's have a look at this. So, okay, 12 fuel over here. That means we will need 60, 600, 720 light oil per second, at least. 720 light oil per second, that we can do over here. 5 of these machines. Oh, that's going to be so many machines. That's going to be so many machines. 5 of these make 70 light oil per second. we wanted 720. That will be 50 of these. That's too much. That's way too much. We could maybe think about doing this recipe. This recipe is faster. We do make more heavy, but it is faster than this one. This one over here, for some reason, has a crafting time of 5 seconds. Every one of these other... Okay, this also has 5 seconds, but the crude oil processing over here only has 2 seconds. We could make more with less machines over here if we want to. Or we just stick over here. We could also calculate that in reverse. We could also maybe say, hey, we have 5 of these. That means we definitely make 70 light oil per second. 70 light oil per second is something that we can then turn into 10 fuel per second, plus a little bit on top. 10 fuel per second, we can then turn into, well, it's about, let me have a quick calculation over here. It's 10 divided by 60, 10 divided by 6 times, what do we do over here? 10. That will be 16 biofuel per second coming out. 16 biofuel per second, or this amount is actually a little bit more, times 50 megajoules. Would give us a power plant. Oh, that's a very nice number, actually. That will give us exactly one power plant of 250 megawatts. Interesting. That would definitely be an increase. We would need, I've already started preparing over here. We would need then, if we divide this by 0.75, that is already 300 of these steam engines. Yes, it is. Yeah, you know what? I think that is perfectly fine. We're basically going to build it like last time. We do need to make this over here, so let's get me some materials over here. We do need some refineries, and then we just start cracking. Let's also get some brick from somewhere. There we go. Yeah, make me some of these. And then we should also find some more brick to also make some chemical plants. We do need some chemical plants. Do we need chemical plants? Yeah, to crack down the heavy. We do get a little bit of heavy oil that we do need to crack down. Good. So instead of going ludicrous too big, we go the same number, and we're just going to see how many we can make. If we then take another look at this one over here. Okay, now we need to now we need an accurate calculation. So we know this one. We know this trick. Actually, I'm just going to copy off all of this because this is going to be the same. With the main difference that this one over here is going to be making, what was it, 70? Or 60? Let's have a look at this one. 70, 20, and 30. Okay, 20 over here. 30 over there. There we go. That's the amount of stuff we're going to make. We are not going to have any kind of, what do you call it again? Production module in here. So we're going to skip the whole production module stage. There we go. So that's the calculation for that. Then we're definitely going to crack the heavy into the light oil. That is going to be the same. So we get a connection like that. And then the petroleum gas we're going to keep. We're not going to crack the petroleum gas further down. So at the end of the day, we can do something like this. And then hook up this with that. And then we can see over here. Yeah, we ignore the heavy oil. The heavy oil has been cracked down. We make 85 light oil per second and 30 petroleum gas per second. Good, that thing is done. Keep researching, please. So that's a number we can work with. Then, the light oil over here. Basically, if we divide it by 10, that's the amount of fuel we're going to make. So we're going to make 8.5 fuel per second because it is... No, that's incorrect. That is very incorrect. Every 6 light oil makes 1 fuel. So we divide it by 6. 85 divided by 6 is 14.1 light oil. And then over here, we divide... Oh, we need to make solid fuel out of it first. Oh, I forgot. Every 20 petroleum gas is 1 solid fuel. So we make 1.5 solid fuel out of this. And then every piece of solid fuel... Yeah, this is we're making another 2.5 fuel over here. So plus 2.5. The total amount of fuel that we make is 16.666666667. Then we increase and convert that into this. So we divide this by 6 times 50. We need to make 138 biomethanol. Really? Did that escalate that fast? Did I miscalculate it so bad at the beginning? It seems I did. But yeah, if we do make that amount of fuel per second, we are going to need 138 biomethanol. That means we need this. Where is it? It's over here. That means we need 20 of these plus a bit. We can divide this by 120. Yeah, and then 15% on top. So 20 times 1.15. We need about 23, 24 of these machines making biomethanol. Okay, now we know. So let's just write it down real quick so that we remember. We are going to need 24 making these. And I think the rest of it here we can just get from anywhere else. Maybe 5 of the crude oil machines. Then how much heavy oil cracking do we need to do? We get 20 heavy oil per second. This one eats 20, so 1 heavy oil cracker. Here we go. And then we're gonna have to make do with where's the thing? Over here. 85 per second do we make? You eat 60 per second. No, you ate 6 per second. So 85 divided by 6 again. And this 14, 15. We need 15 of the fuel makers. Yeah, I'm just using something. Maybe just use the light oil symbol. 15 for these. And then we do make 30 petroleum gas. And 30 petroleum gas goes into the solid fuel first. We need 1 making solid fuel. If I can find it somewhere in here. I think I saw it. There we go. 1 of these. And then at the end, that's all being made into fuel. The solid fuel, the fuel machine. Yeah, we do need a couple of these. If we have 10 of these machines making solid fuel, we need 6 per second. We make 1.5 per second. So we need 3 of these for petroleum gas. There we go. Good. That will all make fuel. And then at the end of the day, we all need to turn that into biofuel. And then what do we say at the end? We make 16.666667. So 16. Here we go. Divided by 6. Is that really the number? This feels so wrong. I mean, this one over here eats 10 of these, eats 6 biofuel per second. We would need about 30-ish of these. Feels big. Feels correct. We don't really need exactly 30-ish. We need 28 of them. 28. If I can find the biofuel. Where's the biofuel? Come on. It must be near somewhere. There we go. 28 of these. So that's the numbers we're working with. Oof. Lovely. And then 28 of these will make 28 biofuel per second. And that's a red belt. That's pretty much a red belt. And then a red belt, or 28 of these, more or less, give or take a little. And let's calculate 28. 28 times 150 megajoules. Wait, why 150? Times 15 megajoules, there we go. Is 420 megawatts per second we can push out. That's a big power plant. That's gonna be amazing. Okay, we're gonna make this. Now that we know the numbers, we're gonna start with just getting some stuff together. We need some of these. I do want some of these over here as well. At least 1 chemical plant, so that we're probably just gonna blueprint it today, so that we can see how big it will be and what we need to do. We might spend like another 2 episodes on this. That might also be the case. Because making something as big as this, as ludicrous as this, is definitely going to consume some time. We got some space over here, so let's maybe start blueprinting over here, but we do need at least the recipes. So we're gonna go with this recipe. There we go. Let's place you over there real quick. Then you're done. Then we're gonna need the chemical plant for the heavy oil cracking. That will be this. There we go. Put it over there. Then we're gonna need the fuel machine, and I think the fuel machine also makes a solid fuel. Yes, it does. You go over there. Then we also need the recipe for the actual fuel. There we go. Put that over there. Then we need the biofuel recipe. Put it over there. And then we need the fuel recipe out of solid fuel. That one also needs some hydrogen, but we will figure that out later. Put it over there. Then we need the biomethanol recipe. There we go. Then we need some of wood. We're just going to get all the parts together, and then we're going to make some blocks, and then we're going to see how big this thing will actually be. And with this, we can at least move stuff around without any big issues. And I think we've got everything. So let's start off with you. Of course, we at least want to build it somewhat in a correct form. That's 5 of these. Let's also put some lamps in there. By the way we're going to be building this one is definitely, we're going to blueprint everything. I'm going to pick up a whole bunch of stuff, then I'm going to walk over there, put down a roboport, and let the bots build it, because I'm not building this thing by hand. Absolutely not. Good. So that is one part of the whole thing. This whole thing also needs one of these to make a little bit more light oil. We could place that thing over here. Like this. Sure, put it over there. That thing is done. That is going to make all the light oil that we need. And the amount of light oil that we make is, as we know, 85 per second over here. Good. Then light oil into fuel straight away. Each one of these. Oh, you hit my outpost. God dang it. Well, at least it didn't hit this thing, but I'll be over there soon. Back on topic. Fuel production. We're going to double check the numbers as we go. Every machine over here eats 6 fuel per second. Yep, that feels correct. So we do need the amount, and the amount was 15. Yeah, 15 times 6, that is 15 times 4 is 60, 75, and then we are making technically 90. We have 85. 84 is the amount we want to use, but so be it. I'm just going to put down something like this real quick and check the number again. 15 of these. That eats 90. We make 85. It should be 14 of these. No, 15. It definitely is 15. Yeah, 15. Good, that is 10. That is 20. That's 14. No, that's 18. And that is 15. I kind of do this like this because we do need 3 of these as well. And they all will be pumping out on the same belt. That belt will be a red belt, by the way. So this is one big output belt. There we go. That can be a blue inserter. I don't have any blue inserters on me right now. Here we go. And do something like this. And zip. Not like that. Don't press shift and hold. There we go. That seems fine. Let's make this power gorgeous. Here we go. That's another block. We're gonna put some lamps in there as well. Good. That's that whole thing together. So that is all the light oil. Wait a minute. Oh, I see what happened over there. We probably lost that recipe because I probably just ate it. There we go. These over here are using solid fuel. These will be a little bit different. So we do need, we might want to flip this belt in. So we do need something where we do produce the solid fuel over there. Speaking of the solid fuel, we need one machine to make solid fuel. One is enough. That's where the petroleum gas will be going in. We could put it over here. That might be good. And then we just do something like a little bit of a belt going this way. And then you push out, you pull in, pull in, pull in. That means we do need some more power over there. And then we just hook it up. We're going to do the pipes later, but this will be fine. This will be fine. Good. That's all the biofuel coming out. Then, oh, it's super duper dark over here now. That's so annoying. So you guys won't be able to see. Yeah, I think there was a mod option for that. I think one of the mods is making it super duper dark when it's not required to be dark. Also, let me just check my graphics. Brightness is up to a maximum. You know what we could do? This will work. Here we go. No, it will not. Wait, that will work. If we use the navigation satellite, we get a better view. There we go. Perfect. We just use this one. Good. And then the final step is going to be turning all of this into biomethanol. We said 28 of these. No, we said 28 of these. We have not said, how many of these did we say? Now, problem is we do have to move around like this all the time. 28 machines making biomethanol, biofuel, and 24 machines making biomethanol. So 28 of these. Well, we can do this one again. 1, 2, 3. I will need to copy paste stuff around. That is fine. We also got some yellow belt. Perfect, because we are definitely going to be splitting this belt into something like this and something like that. Then we're going to need some blues. There we go. In, out, in, out, out, in, out, in. Make this a little bit longer. Get some power poles for this thing. And get some lamps for this thing. And then we see that we need to make it a little bit longer. On both ends. There we go. And what was the number? I'm so scatterbrained with numbers today, it seems. The number was 28. 28 of these. So that's 4. So we need this times 7. That's times 2. Times 3. Times 6. Times 7. 28. Perfect. That's another block. Good. And then, last but not least, we do need the fuel refineries over here to make the biomethanol. And for this we said we needed, I think 24 was the number. Yeah, 24. Good. The numbers sound big, but once you start putting it down, it's actually not that big. Also, I misbuilt this one. God dang it. It's going to be like this and like that. So that is 3. That's 6. That's 28. Perfect. And let's use this thing again, because we can't just use this thing again for this recipe. Then again, we don't have any kind of output like this over here. That is fine. We're just going to put it into pipes. Good. And we're just going to keep this distance over here. We could just make it one very long processing chain. That could be interesting, because the power plant itself is also going to be a very, very wide power plant. Let's check that out real quick. So, we're going to feed in power like we used to do over here. I'm just going to take one of these real quick, just as a reference model. There we go. Yeah, make this full. This one over here, max consumption 1.5 megawatts. So that's 3, 6, 9 megawatts each. We said we're going to make 420 power. Nice. Divided by 9. That means we're going to need 46 of these blocks. 46. So 23 of these, more or less, in a row. That's blocks of these. So that's 2, 3, 4. We're going to do that over here, by the way. That's 8. 12, 16, 20, 23. That's going to be the girth of the power plant, which feels correct because that is also how girthy it was the last time around. And I'm kind of thinking about something doing like this. Let's pick this whole thing up. Let's. Oh, it's so nice that we should probably always build navigation mode because then we don't have any radar issues and stuff like that. Then we can just go wherever we want to. Flip this thing, rotate it. So that thing is the thing that's going to eat us. Let's maybe put these things on top. Because then you can see the thing in its full glory. And here we go. Take this whole thing, flip, rotate. So that's going to be the power block. That's where we are going to be consuming all of the fuel. That feels correct. So could we get away with something? Oh, we still need to make 24 of these, by the way. Let me just do that real quick. That's 4. That's 8. That's 16. That's 24. Could we get away with something like this? Like we built this all in a row. This is not the correct order, but I'm just going to put it like this real quick. We build it all in a row and put it on top of it. Oh, we can. That could be a very compact build if you think about it. And then the only thing we need to do is to do the oil processing somewhere and the trees. The oil processing can be sitting over here for all I care. And then we got the full unit. I think I'll try to make this. I mean, the ratios are good. The only thing we need in addition to that is, let's make that real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 is one of these somewhere to make the trees that we need. We could place that over here or something like that. It doesn't really matter, or maybe down there. We need one of these as well, but this is all the blocks that we need to make the biofuel refinery at the biofuel power plant. It's lovely. It's very, very lovely. What we should do is definitely flip this thing around. Boop. Because you will be making the fuel first. We can actually already do something like this. We're just going to pull this thing through. Now we're already going a little bit into implementation, but just a little bit. I'll just need something real quick before the time runs out. If time is running out. But give me a red splitter real quick, and then I'm happy to see the results. A red splitter should be over here somewhere. There's one. That's the only downside of building in this mode. I don't have my inventory. Here we go. I could, of course, make a blueprint book or something like that. Absolutely true. Yeah, you like this, you like that, and then you like this, and you like that. Then the biofuel, or the biomethanol, we can just put in like one big pipe over here. This one then goes up and goes into there. Same for this one over there. Goes down, goes into there. And then it's just one very long conversion chain. Yes, we're going to do it like this. Perfect. So that's going to be the power plant we're going to be building. Now we need to find a place for this big thing. I was kind of thinking maybe over here. Maybe we can get it in over there. Maybe somewhere else. Maybe I'll just place it over here. Because this is an easy point to defend. We will just pull the wall in along over here or something like that. And maybe put some defense over there. And then we can just have it sit over here. And there's also not a lot of trees over there. And there's a bit of a stone field over there, which we can use for the sand. We're going to make it over here. It's going to be over here. Good. So that will be the reiteration of the biofuel power plant, which you're going to be seeing next time around. Good. If you like what you see, please do leave a like, a follow, a comment, or a subscription. If you can also find me on twitch.tv/BondViking, where we do even more Captain of Industry and stuff like that. And without further ado, I wish you all an amazing evening. And until next time, see you around.